Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bella, and I'm from the international office. Thank you for coming today to our first immigration workshop on the TIA renewal. The first step. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bella. I'm from the International Relations Office, and thank you for coming today to our first immigration workshop on the TIA renewal process. Today's workshop will be focused on the digital certificate. And for everyone to know, if you have any questions, you can write it on the chat. Also, for so you have it in mind that this session will be recorded and we'll send it to you privately so you can review the steps of the digital certificate. So let's begin. So today we're going to discuss basic terminology. What is a digital certificate? What does it consist of? The differences between different concepts, frequently asked questions, and how to actually apply for the digital certificate, and a graphic timeline of the whole renewal process. So let's break it down. So, what is a digital certificate? A digital certificate is a digital credential that allows you to install on your computer to guarantee your identity on the internet. And this digital certificate serves as your digital ID to access all government online services. So, you need it to renew your TIA, but it's not something that you can touch physically or look or scan. It's directly installed to your computer. So, being a digital ID, it's not a digital TIA. Your TIA is the card itself, the card, your residency card that you hold physically. And this digital certificate is an online certification and identification of yourself. So it's processed by FNMT, which is the Fábrica Nacional de Moneda y Timbre, which is also known as the Spanish government. And the digital certificate has a validity of 4 years. So if you're a Windows user, this is how your certificate will look like. And if you're a Mac user, this is how it looks like. So remember, when do I start my TIA? When do I start to renew my TIA? You can start your renewal process within the 60 days before your current expires or 90 days after your card expires. So if you have your cards with you now, take out your TIA and look at the expiration date. If it's for the 31st of August or earlier, that means that you have, of this year, that means that you have to renew your card. And without the digital certificate, you cannot renew your TIA. Do I have to get a new digital certificate every year? No. As we mentioned earlier, the digital certificate is valid for 4 years. So if you are in second year and you have to renew every year, then you can still use the same digital certificate that you applied for now. So here's a graphic timeline just to give you an idea. First, the first main step is to get a digital certificate for the renewal process. So you first get a digital certificate, apply for it online. You have to set up a password and you'll receive a confirmation code from FNMT. And then you have to book an appointment to verify your identity. And when you go to the appointment, you bring your TIA, the code, and your passport. It only takes 5 minutes, the appointment itself. And after the appointment, you get to download and install the certificate through your email. And once it's installed, you can make backup copies just in case your computer fails or it doesn't get installed properly in yours. And then that's when you can submit your documents to Mercurio, which is the second step. So, how do I get a digital certificate? The process can be divided into three stages: the application, the in person verification, and the installment and downloading of the certificate. So, for the application, you need to make sure that you have these apps on your computer: Google Chrome, Ceres or FNMT, which we'll talk about later, Firefox, just in case Chrome doesn't work, and Autofirma. Make sure also that your computer system is up to date because the digital certificate and Mercurio won't be able to function well if your computer is not updated. So for the application, you go to the FNMT website and you press solicitar certificado, which means to apply for the certificate. Fill in your details with your NIE, your first last name, and your email address. And before you send your application, you make sure you click check that you've read the conditions and you click the link of the conditions. So when you send your application, it will ask you to open the configurador FNMT, which is the Ceres application that we had just mentioned too that you must download if prior. So with this application, this government application, it will allow you to create a password for your certificate. And you have to remember this password. You have to write it down, make sure you know it because when you download it later on, it will ask you for it. Or when you need to verify that your certificate is yours and it's your identity, you must remember it. So please remember your password and write it down. Now, after you wrote your password, it will say that you've successfully submitted your application. So from there, you'll receive an email from FNMT with a confirmation of your request, your NIAN number, and a verification code. This verification code is very important because that's what you'll need to book the appointment, to verify your identity, and also to download your certificate. So this is the second stage now, verification of your identity. So you must book an in-person appointment in the oficinas de registro, and you can choose the office nearest you. If you scan this QR code, you can see the various offices um that could that you could go to verify your identity. This appointment is literally 5-10 minutes long. It's just to see that your details match your passport, your TIE, and the application. If your TIE is expired, you must go to a specific office right over here in this address in Calle Paulino Caballero, which is it's in the roundabout in the center. So that's the office in particular if your T is already expired. Now in this appointment you have to bring your TIE, your passport, and the code that you received in your email. Now after you go to the appointment, within the day they'll send you an email that says you can successfully download your certificate with a link. So that link leads you to this page where it says descargar certificado. Now, this when you get the email, you have to download your certificate within 24 hours on the same computer that you applied for, or else it's going to expire. And then you have to do the whole process again. So when you open the link, it will bring you here. You put in your details again, and then they'll ask you for your password. So right over here, it says it will ask you to open Ceres, the FNMT application, and then you introduce your password that you made. Now, after you do that, it will be successfully installed. What's really, really important is that you make a backup copy of your certificate. You can save it on your drive, the cloud, and also you can send it to yourself on your email and you can save it on a USB. It's really important that you make backup copies just in case all fails and your computer fails, and you can use your digital certificate and transfer it and use it on somebody else, your friend's laptop, just in case you're not able to do it. And make sure that you save it with the extension of P12 because if it's just cert, it won't have the security key. So P12 is the file that will allow FNMT to read the certificate and also ask for the password. So when you're installing it, select the file on your computer and open it to the corresponding certificate management program of your computer. It will also ask your password. And to find your digital certificate, it starts with your surname, your name, and then your NIE. For Mac users, it's really important that you pre-access your keychain access, and open the certificate that says AC FNMT usuarios, or FNMT, and make sure it's always on trust. So that's it for the whole process of applying for the digital certificate. It's fairly easy and you can take up to 1 day to do it. And the next step to this is the renewal. So um for the renewal process, you must remember that this is only between you, the student, and the Spanish government. Us in the International Relations Office, we're here to guide you and orient you, but this is your responsibility. For any doubts or questions or inquiries you may have regarding TIE or the immigration, you can always contact us at visa@unav.es, or you can also check this QR code where you can find all the immigration procedures and manuals on how to do the renewal and the digital certificate. Thank you so much.